Well, in fact, money should be a public utility like electricity or like water, and with public central banks then, if you wanted to start a business, well, the bank would just provide money to you in the same way that it provides electricity to your workshop, and water to and public transportation. So there's a whole transformation that can happen with regard to money. Ecological energy. Right now, the black budget economy runs on the basis of teleportation, and that's a very efficient transportation mechanism. We've built these concrete roads, which takes away all of the green space. Cities are designed around the automobile, and we're using explosions and polluting fossil fuel to move these hunks of steel, heavy hunks of steel, to transport maybe one or two persons. Well, teleportation is an actual mechanism now. And if you go to examiner.com, I've got a column there. Just enter my name in the search, Alfred Webre. And this past week, we released an article which is now the #1 political examiner article in the USA. It's at the top. It's being read more than any political examiner article in the U.S., and that is where 2 whistleblowers have now come forth and confirmed that they have teleported from Earth to Mars and met with Martian extraterrestrials. And both of those whistleblowers are affiliated with Project Camelot. Arthur Newman, who has been using a name to protect himself up until now, Henry Deacon, and Andrew Bishago, who's a colleague of mine in the Mars Anomaly Research Society. So we now have definite proof and whistleblowers, very high level of evidence, that teleportation is being employed in the national security state. And that could revolutionize our entire society, and will revolutionize our society. I think I can share this because Andrew, my colleague, has now shared it. He was enrolled as a child participant in a DARPA time travel program by the U.S., which the U.S., we know definitively now, has had time travel, the ability to time travel either by chronovisors, kind of a television or a three-dimensional hologram that looks at forward and past scenes, and via actual teleportation devices. And Andrew has been to the year 2045, and it's a beautiful Earth. There's a lot of greenery, and the cities are all kind of ecological, and they're concentrated. So we have a peaceful future, say about 30 or 40 years from now, and it's just this transition that we're going through. So there have been people that have been to the future on a physical basis for the United States government, bringing back information from the future to the past to help it plan, help humanity plan for the future, and it's quite positive. So it's important to stay focused on the fact that we're going toward a positive future, because that way we create it. Now, what we'll be seeing also is that our very DNA, as we speak, is being transformed by cosmic forces, by the galactic center black hole, which is acting as sort of a gigantic laser beam to transform our DNA to be able to handle a multidimensional future in which we are once again interacting with the rest of organized society in the universe, and to also bring us into an era of non-dualistic consciousness. And these are some of the changes that will be occurring, that we're living through now, and will be occurring during solar cycle 24 on an intense basis from 2009 to 2020. So these can be the outcomes of solar cycle 24, a transformation vision rather than a disintegration vision. And it depends where one wants to put one energy and what sort of holistic vision one wants to maintain. Now, we should also talk about the fact that we're going through the plane of the galactic center black hole. If we look at our Milky Way galaxy, it looks kind of like a kind of like a pancake with a galactic center black hole at the center. It's about 100,000 light years across. There are about 200 to 400 billion star systems in it. And at the center of the galaxy is a massive black hole, about 4 million times the density of our sun. And that black hole spins around once every 11 minutes, as opposed to our Earth, which spins around once every 24 hours, and our sun, which revolves about once a month. So the galactic center black hole, and now science has confirmed that every galaxy most galaxies have a black hole at their center. It's like the engine of the galaxy, which at the physical level is creating the stars and various other celestial matter. And at other dimensional levels is creating life and consciousness. DNA is being affected by the galactic center black hole and our very consciousness. We tend to think that, again, our thoughts are our own. There are our thoughts, our individual little radio receptor brains and minds are picking up a vast field, morphogenic field that is being broadcast by the galactic center black hole, and indeed by the universal axis, at once to all. This is another view of the Milky Way galaxy. You can see how it's a pancake with the galactic center black hole at the center. Now, the plane of our, if this is galactic center black hole, the plane of our solar system is now passing through this, the plane of the galactic center black hole. It's a 36-year journey. It started in 1980 and will go to 2016. So we're going through the plane of the galactic center black hole right now. And this galactic alignment occurs about once every 12,800 years. And that's another schematic which shows how the plane is going through. It takes about 36 years now. There may be Earth changes during this time. Some of the theories of the Earth changes are interesting. One is a galactic superwave theory, and that is that looking at the galaxy as an enormous volcano, and the galactic center is sort of the center, and galactic bursts occur, which are sent out in a superwave fashion, taking debris and material throughout the galaxy. Another source of possible Earth changes would be celestial bodies entering the solar system, like what occurred in 9500 BC, which is when a portion, fragments of this Vela supernova entered the solar system and apparently collided with Mars, which was then an active, verdant planet with a common human society with our Earth, and destroyed the ecology of Mars, So that now it's a very fragile ecology with an intelligent, the survivors are an intelligent human civilization living under the surface of Mars. And this hit Earth also and destroyed our great maritime civilization, which Plato called Atlantis, which was the last world. So we humans have gone through a very severe trauma in the last 11,500 years with the 9500 BC solar system catastrophe. And what writer Barbara Hand Clouse says is that one of the reasons why we have such genetic and embedded fear of impending catastrophe is we have catastrophobia, and it's the memory of the 9500 BC solar system catastrophe. That is, our future is going to be relatively stable. It's our collective psyche which is unstable. The galactic center black hole may have energy bursts which may change or flip or wobble the Earth. These are the possible sources. But again, we have to look at it within the lens of catastrophobia. One researcher has codified a time acceleration matrix for the galactic alignment, and that is the concept that time is really accelerating. We're in the space-time dimension, and the dimension of time is accelerating. Oh my God, it's Saturday again. You know, how did that happen? And what he says is that we're coming into a period of human enlightenment, the disappearance of national borders, divinely guided anarchy, and the strengthening of the East. So, you know, this is part of the thing that's occurring. We're also going through a photon band, which may be a force to increase our consciousness. And as we just mentioned, the rate of change is accelerating. And that is that there will be 20 times as much change and transformation in the period February to December 2011 as there was during the period 1999 to January 2011. So 20 times as much change in that single year as between 1999, when the internet really started in full swing, to 2011. So we're in this time acceleration matrix. So exopolitics is as a science and as a science of relations between our human civilization and other intelligent civilizations in the universe, provides a framework of interface by which our civilization can begin to, on the societal basis, can begin to interface with other extraterrestrial and interdimensional civilizations. And one can say, when positing the future, that the degree of conscious interaction and cooperation amongst human society and advanced ethical extraterrestrial civilizations will be a determining factor in a positive human future.